it's Bonefist, Peterborough's first real superhero, and this is the 7th installment in our How to Be an RLSH series. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I recommend you go and check them out either before or after you watch this video. This episode in the series will be about the different skills and abilities that an RLSH or costumed activist may find use of well out on the field, and also how you should kind of list your skills and abilities and find out which ones may be useful for you. The first category we'll look into for RLSH skills and abilities is suit design and gadgets. Now there's a lot of aspects that go into building a suit or designing some gadgets. You want to start from the ground up, and of course being good at drawing or 3D modeling can help get a rough idea of what you're doing, a prototype kind of idea on paper, or just kind of bring ideas to life, kind of see how things work. You can get a lot of good ideas just sketching out what you're doing and seeing how things will work. Now, going a step further, of course, you're going to be making actual stuff. So tools and machinery, maybe welding, of course, drills, stuff like that, of all your various tools. You're going to get acquired with those if you're going to be building some really high fashion stuff, or you're going to be building some quality stuff, and getting more technical with your ideas. And of course, 3D printing is another way to go. You can get some more high quality stuff with that, some more pristine stuff. Other directions you can kind of go with is, sewing and just general work with clothing and stuff like that to get a good design or pattern or whatever you want to work with, or kind of the persona that you're working on or working with. There's, of course, lots of other aspects that go into suit design and gadgetry, but that's just kind of the basic list. Of course, you could throw in like coding and stuff like that if you're going into some really high-tech gadgets and some stuff like that. But of course, if you have any other ideas, leave them in the comments. Although this second category is kind of brief, I feel it's very important, and that's medical training. And there's lots of aspects and routes to take with it, but even the most basic stuff can be very important. You never know when you might need that out RLSHing or in any position, you know what I mean? CPR, stuff like that, or even learning how to deal with basic problems that may not even be basic, but just problems that occur often, maybe like people ODing, stuff like that, how to handle people, not go full in depth, not how to like treat an ODing person, but how to deal with the situation until proper paramedics can get there, proper first aid can be given, and things can be done. So that, although it's kind of a small category, medical training is very important, and there's thousands of videos, probably millions on YouTube, showing you different medical stuff. So I recommend you go and check those out. In the future, I may have some small kind of medical RLSH training videos, but I recommend you definitely go and check out some other stuff on YouTube. The next category we'll be looking at is the physical category. Now, of course, you want to be exercising and know how to eat healthy. Those are some good skills in themselves and abilities to be able to do that and to grow lots of strength. But to work aside from that, you want to be able to exercise properly. Not exercising properly could cause a lot of problems, or could be causing you to not getting as much of a gain as you want. So, or whatever results you want. So, looking more towards that in itself is a skill, learning how to exercise properly and how to eat healthily, and look for the right stuff to eat. So that I feel like in that self it's a skill that can be greatly helpful to an RLSH, living a good life, staying in good habits. Some of the other aspects, of course, could be like parkour, which some RLSH kind of indulge in. I have myself kind of done a little bit of parkour, but I'm not a master of it, of course, and I've thought about making a parkour video, but I haven't really got the camera set up for that, but I am working on it, of course. Some of the other stuff, of course, is the self-defense. You want to be able to defend yourself if situations do get kind of nasty. So take in different, areas of self-defense. Of course, you got like boxing and more martial arts stuff, all the different areas and, specializations of different fighting styles. Look into those, take in which one you feel might be appropriate. Of course, that's itself as a skill. You might, maybe multiple of them you want to learn from. Nothing wrong with that. This category is more of the mental/general category. Now, of course, you want to learn how to keep a level head and have the ability to not, get frustrated or angry with situations easily. You don't want to be going out as an RLSH and then someone, says something to you and you go off at them and maybe attack them. Then you're not really an RLSH, you're just kind of attacking people. Lots of people can say things, and as long as no one's attacking you, then you shouldn't be doing anything to defend yourself or, other than that. Keep a level head. You don't want to be conversing with people who are angered other than to calm them down. Don't be going back at them. Don't try and fight people because they've said something to you. Let them pass. Or, if they're joking, what I mean? Especially if it comes out of anger, you may have to keep an eye on them. But especially if they're joking, they might be on their way. Just have a laugh. Who cares? They probably won't remember what happened. Everything will be fine. You need to know how to prevent, and intervene on crime. It's a big part. That's some stuff that I like to promote a lot. There's a lot of ways to learn about crime prevention and intervention, and to get yourself kind of understood with the methods on how to do that stuff. Knowing how to judge a situation is also very important. You want to know if you're going into a dangerous place or a place that is filled with possible multiple people that have ill intent against you or others. And you want to make sure you can tell where a crime may be occurring or may not be occurring, and all the various judgment calls that you may need to make. You want to have that as an acquired skill, if not already one that you have. You want to be able to survey the situations that you come across and know what to do and be able to make those right calls. Another big part is how you present yourself. Now, if you're completely in black and you go out at 3 a.m. and you go through alleys, or you're going up in near people's lawns and stuff, or you're obviously going to get in trouble. You're breaking the law. 1, going onto people's property. 2, you shouldn't be stalking around in dark clothing. Now, it's understandable to have partial dark clothing, but try and find a way to light yourself up. Maybe flashlights or reflectiveness, or just slightly brighter clothing is a good way. Also, present yourself with a smile. Be friendly. Don't go up to people and have a big don't yell at them. You know what I mean? Tell them about what you're doing. And of course, social medias and stuff presenting is also a big importance. Showing what you're about and what you do. If you're on your social medias and all you do is take out weapons and you have videos of you walking down the street with weapons, then obviously the police are going to assume that you carry weapons in the street. You know what I mean? Because you have video of you doing it and saying you do it. So don't do it, 1. And 2, don't film yourself doing stuff like that, or don't show personas of bad things. Try and show all the stuff that you're doing, and make sure it's good stuff. 2 other basic minor skills is, of course, organization. Knowing where all your gear and gadgets are can be very helpful for pulling it out on the situation. You're in a dark place, you need that flashlight, but you can't find it through all your stuff. It's in the bottom of your backpack that you brought, but your other gear's on top of it, so you can't get to it. You know what I mean? You got to be prepared. Know where your gear is and have it ready. Be organized. And of course, researching is something that I also promote a lot. You got to do lots of research on every area that you can. The medical training and the physical, the mental stuff. Everything I've gone through can all be researched. And that's one of the main integral skills. If you're not good at researching stuff and you have no one to show it to you, how are you ever going to learn how to do any of this stuff? So it's good to research and learn knowledge, take it all in. The last category I'm going to get into is mobility. Now, it's kind of smaller, but it is very important for RLSHing. Getting from A to B can be very helpful. Cars and, motorcycles and stuff like that, which I've seen some RLSH with motorcycles, you can, have that obviously to get to where you need to be, but it also could be used for storage, like a car or a van or whatever you may use. So you could have extra supplies in there for later if you're doing homeless handouts or whatever, or if you need to go to a far place to do some RLSHing. Of course, very important. Biking, skateboarding, longboarding, that stuff is also can also be very helpful, to getting to places if you don't have your license, or you're in the process of doing it, or for whatever reason. Maybe the younger RLSH, I don't recommend going out patrolling or anything, but of course can be something to pick up on. And of course it's exercise. The last one, walking and running, of course, basic, but it's some people aren't the best at running, form, just working on your overall stamina and cardio. Really think about all the skills and abilities you have, and maybe make a list about them, and so that way you can look through them and see what different things you can what different situations your abilities and skills may pertain to. And of course, look for the skills and abilities that you want to acquire, possibly make a list of them as well. It's important to set goals. And the abilities and skills are endless, so you can really keep going and find different areas to specialize in, and find some new stuff that maybe RLSH haven't tapped into to make some new suits or designs or armor or something. So stay vigilant and keep looking for those skills and keep growing your skills and strengths. Some of these skills can be learned from my channel, so make sure to go check out some of my other videos if you haven't seen them, and to see if there's any skills that you may want to acquire. As a little bit of bonus content, we have the shield that I've made in a previous video that I showed how to make. So make sure to go check that out if you haven't seen it. It wasn't finished in that video completely. I didn't do all the aesthetic kind of work, and I said that I'd show it off in a video. Make sure to check out some of the test stuff that I will have coming soon. But it is a pretty nice shield. Stays on pretty well. With this one, if you didn't see, I did wrap the handle and then kind of go over it with duct tape. So it is the same color, but it is wrapped with like some string, kind of rope twine stuff. So it does have a nice soft grip. It's a lot better than the other one, and I think it does look pretty nice. So make sure to check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Also, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my Instagram if you haven't seen that either. And thanks for watching. Bone Fist out.